Hey!
Round of applause.
Round of applause for 2023.
2023.
What a year it was.
I thought I was gonna end it. I thought I was gonna end the year
Okay.
with my family and friends, and I did.
Okay, great.
So that's a win.
I thought prediction proven correct.
Correct.
Had me. I was worried there for a minute.
1-for-1 to end the year.
Yeah.
For me.
In terms of
Predicting
predictions.
things, yeah.
Okay, about the end of the year.
Yes.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I missed you. We weren't
Missed you
together.
too. I know.
I didn't have anyone to hang out with.
Nobody has arms as big as yours where I was.
Damn. That's
Nothing to look at.
Not surprising.
Yeah, right.
Pretty
I know.
big.
True. What the hell?
Are you kidding me? What the hell's going on? Are you kidding me?
Production assistant.
We have this is 21st episode of 2024, and this is how we're starting.
I'll fix it.
Please give us a minute.
Episode 51. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Just like I said, we're back. That looks good.
Thank you. That does look nice. Really nice. This is the worst show of all time.
No, we're doing great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
If anyone has thumbtacks,
Yes.
we could use them.
Yes, we could also buy them.
We could that.
Because we're millionaires now.
That's true. We are millionaires.
We reached the millionaire mark.
Yeah, that's what once you do 50 episodes of a podcast,
You make $1 million
$1 million bonus
from
the podcast
from
people.
each listener.
Yeah.
So we're at 1 million.
And it's my mom. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Big news.
Okay.
Luke,
Pregnant?
the nuke,
Luke the Nuke.
littler.
What are you saying right now?
Luke the nuke,
Okay.
16-year-old dart phenom,
Oh,
has
dude.
moved on to the world championship, youngest player ever,
Wow.
and he looks like he's 80.
That person cannot be 16.
16 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Yeah, Luke the nuke.
They're coming out with the celebration and
Yes.
everything.
Yep.
That guy's not 16.
He just won like an hour ago in the semifinals.
Electric sport, but
Yeah.
darts, by the way.
I will never that beard he has. I'll never even have a beard that good, and it's not a great beard.
No.
But like I won't have the ability to grow a beard ever, and he has that at 16.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have much hair on the top of his head at
No,
16.
yeah, right.
Which-
A trade I'd make.
Yeah, which...
A trade
yeah.
I wouldn't make. I'm
No,
saying.
no.
I'd rather what I have now.
Me too. And that being said, an absolute stallion of a person.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Weapon.
come on.
Talk about weapon. What was it Bulletproof he was walking out to?
I didn't see the intro video. I heard the rumors about it, but
Are you kidding me?
Bulletproof.
You're
Like
talking
I'm
about-
bulletproof,
You're talking
nothing
about,
to lose.
I think it was Bulletproof. Gonna be embarrassing if it wasn't one of those songs.
That's
of
the
that
song,
thing.
I think.
He's walking in like this.
Really?
All the darts cheerleaders, about 40 of them on the stage. Just
Dream job.
yeah,
Darts cheerleader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Me too. Darts is
Someday.
an unbelievable sport.
Yeah, I've only seen the highlights, and he's nasty.
It's crazy because they just get it every time.
Yeah, I feel like you wouldn't be great at darts, with all due respect.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Where'd you get that from?
Just my the feeling in my balls. What?
Yeah, I'm not. But like, why'd you say that? That feels like a cool person thing to be good at.
No, and that's not why I don't think so. I don't think you have great
Hand-eye coordination.
No, not that.
Not that.
Touch.
Okay.
You don't have great feel.
Well, so I haven't played a lot of darts. I think if I played it a lot, I could be good at it.
I agree. I think you're a good enough athlete. If you practice anything, you'd be good at
Good
it.
enough.
But
athlete. Thank you.
you don't have good touch around the rim.
No.
So,
no.
that's kinda-
I'm not great at darts. What I can do is hit a dartboard, though. I can hit it. I can go
alright.
in there. So, like, if I'm in a situation where I'm like, oh, Matt, come take this dart shot, I'm not, embarrassing myself. I'm not
Okay.
going to, get it, but
Yeah.
I'm getting it on the board.
I mean, that's
where I'm at.
I think most people.
Well, you'd be surprised, because the first time I did it, I almost killed the person.
Really? Where's
Yeah.
the
Carter's house.
That was the first time you ever thrown a dart.
Well, it was years ago, but yeah. No, I never really played darts.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
I'm not great, but I'm not.
growing.
I'm like the same level of darts as I am at pool.
Oh, you're pretty good at pool.
Like I think I could beat the common man,
Yeah.
but I'm not
bad at pool.
anything to tell your friends about.
I'm not great at pool. But I think if I played a little pool, I could get back.
I think that's where I am in pretty much every sport.
I could beat the common man.
I can beat the common man, but nothing to tell your friends about.
Golf I tell my friends about you.
Right,
So-
right. That's fair.
So not every sport.
Well, I've practiced golf a lot.
There you go.
That's the only sport.
Turns out if you practice, you get better.
Yeah, weird thing.
I know.
I'm itching to play golf.
Me too.
Bad. I've
Me
been
too.
watching highlights
Oh yeah. So the place I was at for New Year's Eve, my dream situation,
Yeah.
recently installed a golf simulator
Yes.
in the building that I was in, and everyone was like, "Where's Matt?" Well, I thought Matt was going to be here at 9. It's 10:45. I'm like, "Oh, hey, you guys just got here. Totally just got here.
Totally wasn't in the
Wasn't
basement
in the garage
for 2 hours by
for 2
myself.
hours. Just getting a
Playing
9
with
in.
myself.
Just getting a 9 in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I needed one of those simulators
I need
in my
it
house.
bad. That's
because it's unbelievable.
I mean,
I don't have a...
how much does it cost? 10,000?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. How far are we off with the wagon
We
money?
are not far.
Okay, right?
Not as far as you'd think.
What if
What if?
we keep growing a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Come September 1, 2024, we get a 3-bedroom apartment.
Put a simulator.
Put a simulator in one of the bedrooms. Hey, Apple Watch.
Apple Watch. Don't worry about it. Apple Watch.
You know,
Oh,
one
I know.
room has a simulator. One room
Do they allow that in the lease?
has the
contract?
podcast.
Right.
And then we share a room.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Because 4
Save
bedrooms
space.
don't exist.
No.
No. Only 3.
Well, I mean, what are we, millionaires?
Yeah, he said-
Yeah. Well, yeah, we are.
We're buying a golf simulator.
We're buying
so
it, yeah.
Don't
True.
worry about it.
True.
I have a fun story about you. I've been not about me. About me, not about you.
Okay, got it.
For you.
I'd also like to say before
Please.
we go on, don't interrupt.
No.
I'm
please.
sick, so
No.
if I sound stuffy, if I have a disgusting
Nasally.
cough halfway through this, don't.
If I have to give you mouth to mouth,
Just mind it.
just mind it.
Mind it.
Just mind it.
Mind it. Okay. Yes.
That's great.
What do you have?
I've been doing this thing. I don't know if you've heard of it. I think you'd be a fan of it though.
Okay.
It's called Weaponized Incompetence.
Weaponized
Incompetence.
incompetence.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
things with weapons,
Yeah, not for you. I know.
I'm in.
Okay.
Legal.
Guy.
Legal.
Peaceful guy.
Legal.
Legal weapons.
Legal.
Weapons, please. Weaponized incompetence. It's like saying you're bad at something so other people have to do them, which is like just.
Oh,
me in a
I
nutshell.
can't. Yeah.
I do this all
Mom,
the time.
where do I put the dishes?
I don't know.
Then she unloads the whole dishwasher.
You do it.
Yeah,
So-
I've been doing that since I was 5.
Me too. I just heard there was a phrase for it, which
Oh.
I'm pumped about. And I was greeted to another instance of that today. My sister, as you said before the podcast, gluten-free.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. I have no idea. I don't know
Yeah,
why she's doing
you
it.
get gluten for free wherever you go.
That's crazy. So, whatever. She's doing that whole thing. My mom's like, hey, I cooked chicken, 2 chicken things,
Thighs.
this gluten-free.
Breasts.
Don't touch them. Julia's chicken.
Okay.
That's my sister's name.
Yep.
Not to dox my sister. My sister's chicken. Don't touch it.
Right.
All you can
Following.
do. There's a huge thing of rice. And regular chicken.
Yeah.
Don't touch that chicken. I was like, stop talking to me like I'm 6. How about that? How about I'm an adult?
You did not say that to your mom.
No. But I thought it. And
Okay.
I was like, actually, I was like, yeah, Mom, I get it, dude.
Okay.
I'm not going to touch the chicken.
Right.
It's fine.
What am I?
6.
A chicken toucher?
Right.
No.
Make a lovely meal. Thank you, Mom. Unbelievable dinner.
Yep.
Eat it. I was feeling so grateful at the time. What am I going to do? I'm going to clean the whole kitchen. How about that?
How about it?
How about I clean the whole kitchen?
The entire kitchen.
The whole kitchen.
Yep.
I'm a good guy. Good
And
son.
you threw away the chicken.
Good son. I'm doing this whole thing. I clean up, feeling great about it. Go upstairs. My sister's like, "Hey, Matt, where's the chicken?"
Right.
I'm like, that's your chicken, you said. And my mom was like, "Yeah, you were eating for like 8 minutes, maybe. I told you 8 minutes ago.
Don't.
Don't touch that
Don't
chicken."
touch that chicken.
I was like, that's strange because I remember you telling me that. And turns out, oh my God, that is a ladybug.
Oh.
That is a ladybug.
It's good luck.
Hope you don't crawl on me.
Is there
Give me
10
good
of
luck.
them?
Hope you
10
don't crawl on me.
spots?
Hope you don't crawl on me. Hope you don't crawl. He's on me. It counts. It counts. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. It counts. Good luck. It counts. Get on me. No, 10 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a lot. I think there's more than 10. Dinner. What if I just eat it right on camera?
I'll eat it.
No, don't.
It's actually, they're
No.
beetles.
Technically. Well, good luck. Good
Yes.
luck. That's huge.
For the whole year.
For the whole year. Okay, you stay there.
I did break a mirror last year, so.
Yeah, well, now you're bounced up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, put it right in the rice. Right in the rice.
You just toss it. Oh, you tossed it on the
Toss it right in the very gluten-filled rice.
Yeah,
so,
right.
there goes
Jeez
that chicken. Now that
Christ.
chicken's mine. And then so I said, maybe I shouldn't be cleaning up the kitchen.
Right. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
you guys should
yeah.
clean the kitchen and not me. Because
Okay.
I'm just going to mess it up. I
Right. Mess up everything.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about the chicken.
Yes.
Basically. And weaponizing incompetence.
Yeah.
Me.
Basically, just lying.
Just being bad at things.
Just being bad at
Being
things.
bad at things and not trying to improve.
Right.
Which-
Being bad at things you don't want to be good at,
Exactly.
and then not caring.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Well, I care,
All right.
for the record. Yeah, so I just want to tell you that.
Yeah. Nice. I love that. We're pro weaponized incompetence.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Pumped up
Legal.
this ladybug.
Legal.
Okay, we're gonna get into some light sports stuff today.
Yeah.
Light but heavy.
Chris Sale got traded. We didn't talk about that.
That
Did
thing
he get? I
happened
think he
right
got
after-
traded. Oh, was it right after?
we,
Yeah.
yeah, he got traded.
That was like the Red Sox just giving up.
Yeah, I mean he's all done anyway, but I'm
Well,
sure
he's done.
The thing is, he's gonna have like a really solid season for the
No, he
Braves.
will, which is whatever. But there's like some hints within this trade that just show you that the Red Sox don't care at all. Because he had a no trade clause,
Okay.
and he only left the White Sox because he was like, I want to go win in
Nice.
Boston,
Right.
and so he only would have been traded. Like he would have to agree to a trade.
Right.
So he's only going to a team that's going to win,
Really
aka leaving the Red Sox.
Yes, the Braves.
So he that is telling us that the Red Sox are not all in.
Not all in at all.
Yeah, and Lucas Giolito,
Yeah, aging pitcher.
2-year deal.
Good.
1-year option after. Like he can leave after. So if he just pitches well, then he's just going to go make money somewhere else.
Yep. I guarantee we will not re-up him if he does any sign of being well. What happened to Duval? He's still on the team?
I don't know. Didn't he break his wrist last
Yeah,
year?
he was electric in like
He
April.
came back at the end and then didn't really do much.
Nice. Sweet.
Um,
Well pumped for that.
Yeah. So it just seems like
whatever.
Red Sox don't really give a fuck.
Yeah,
Not
me
trying to
neither.
win, which
Nope.
is a bummer.
Bummer. Very cool. Well, we're going to talk a little NFL. NFL stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're hopefully going to have on our insider to discuss college football because that just happened last night.
Yes, and it's going to keep happening next week.
For a little while. So we're going to get into it.
And then we have a fun little question at the end, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. I already prepped for that. So, yes.
Me as well.
Great. Yes. To tease you, it is the
tease me.
best. Stop it. It's the best auras.
Best auras in sports.
Yeah.
Best events with the best aura.
Yeah.
In sports.
Inspired by the Rose Bowl.
More of a serious draft.
Right. Inspired by the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
So.
I also have a good follow-up question, which you can think about now. I'll ask it.
Okay.
What
please.
sport? If you could watch only one sport, I think there's an obvious answer. Only watch one sport for the rest of your life. What sport is it?
One sport?
Yeah, we'll get into it later.
Okay.
But I think there's.
I'll think on it.
I know what you're gonna pick.
I'll think on it.
All right.
All right. Toodles.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Sponsored by Wendy's.
Oh.
Your fragrance destination once again.
Yes. Here, once again. I would love a room that smelled like Wendy's chicken nuggets.
I'd love some cologne that smells like it.
I would love to just smell like a walking fry.
I'd like to smell like a 4 for 4.
Please.
Yeah.
I might need some on the way home.
A 4 for 4? 4 for 4.
All right. Football's happening.
It's happening.
As
One
it
more
does.
week.
One more week.
Week 17 in the books.
Over.
Yeah, most of the playoffs is kind of
But there's also the Bills-Dolphins thing's crazy.
Bills-Dolphins, so if the Bills lose,
yeah.
they miss the playoffs.
Could happen, yeah.
Okay, miss the playoffs, and if they win, they have the 2 seed?
The 2 seed.
So,
Yep.
I mean,
Football.
Any given Sunday.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What teams do you actually trust in the playoffs?
Okay, I saw this in your notes, and I took a dive on each team.
Me too.
So, you want to just go through each team?
Yeah,
starting
sure.
with the AFC.
I have a reason why. I have a negative reason for every team.
Me as well.
Okay, yeah, great.
But some positives for some teams.
Sweet.
Okay, Ravens. We'll start top and go down. This is current playoff standings.
Yep.
Ravens. I said Lamar is 1-3 in the playoffs.
1-3, 4 games played, 3 touchdowns, 5 picks, 68 QBR.
Yeah, the last time they were the 1 seed, Lamar won MVP 2019.
Yep.
2019. They lost to a 9-7 Titans team, and Lamar had 3 turnovers.
Yep.
And 1 touchdown, I think. So, I don't
Hasn't
know.
been good
That's
in
a
January.
reason not to trust.
Hasn't been good in January.
That's not saying they won't do better this year.
Right. The moment he does well in January, that's done.
And that was a better AFC than it is now.
Correct.
100%.
You would think. That being said, I have teams that can give them trouble. I think.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree. But home field advantage, which they had, but
Home field advantage.
their only win is also the Titans.
Their what? Oh,
Their 1 win. Lamar's 1 win.
Was
against the Titans.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
And they scored 20 points.
16 points. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. That being said, they're definitely the best team in football right now.
Disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
Beat the Niners. Beat the hell out of the Niners 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Destroyed them.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's interesting
Not a strong disagree.
is that they should be, and it's cold right now, but they appear to be built to win in the cold.
Yeah, I mean, they
run the ball well.
Yeah.
And Justice Hill is really good for some reason.
They run the ball well, and their defense is just mean.
Yeah.
They have that Ravens defense that they are used to having.
Yeah. So
obviously there's a lot of pros that are the fucking 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not going to trust them, that's why. Lamar has 1 playoff win in his career.
Yep.
Okay, the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Defensive struggles I have. Injuries.
Got destroyed. Yeah. Two of their best pass rushers
Yeah,
now.
Bradley Chubb.
And the other guy, I forget.
And not only that, they are underdogs at home this week versus
Really?
the Bills.
So that's
Underdogs at home.
Vegas is telling you something. Let's listen.
I had some other we were gonna do earlier bigger frauds. If you want to.
Dolphins or Eagles? Yeah, sure.
Dolphins or Eagles. I don't know if we have to get into that now, but I just have some bad Dolphins stats.
Okay, that's great because I have some bad Eagles stats.
Okay, we can do that after this.
Cool.
Chiefs are in shambles.
The Chiefs are in shambles. Which is crazy because they have the best head coach quarterback duo,
combo.
you would think.
Yeah.
But everything else is really bad. Travis Kelce is slower every week.
Yep.
Noah Gray is like a better tight end right now than Travis Kelce.
Yes, no one can
wide receivers.
catch a ball.
No one can catch a ball.
But Chiefs fans can't decide whether to say Patrick Mahomes has no help or Rashee Rice is like
the next
MVP.
God.
Yeah. So they can't decide.
One or the other.
So I would go with that. Right. They're all terrible because they can't catch a football.
Rashee Rice is also like fine. Like I don't know. He doesn't.
No, he's got to. Yeah. He reminds me oddly of maybe
Watkins.
It's dude.
Really?
I think it's because he wears number 4 for the Chiefs.
Probably. Yeah.
But that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. He reminds you of Sammy Watkins.
They also have the second worst turnover differential, which come playoff time does not
huge.
help.
Got a super mid defense that we thought were like, oh, Steven's pretty good. They're like regressing in like 15th.
They can't turn the ball over. Yeah, and Patty Mahomes has turned the ball over more than he has ever in his career. So not great. Jaguars are bad.
I'm over them.
5th in giveaways.
One of my little darlings at the beginning of the season. I'm over them.
Out on Trevor Lawrence in general, or just the Jaguars this year?
I'm just they're the team. But that being said, Lawrence has done some really odd things this year, like turn the ball over, make these weird decisions. So.
Yeah, but he's also like for a year there were so many quarterbacks are hurt. You're like he's a kind of semi-reliable guy.
Yeah. No, I like the Lawrence. I'm just saying like as a team, like I'm gonna watch them.
I think they can win a game,
but like they're
maybe 2.
Right, well, it's so wide open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm just like, them as a team, I don't love the way they sit in my mind. Right?
No, it doesn't feel like they're
trustworthy. Not that anyone is, clearly.
They haven't given you a reason to trust them, which is my reason for like 5 teams.
Yep.
The Browns are honestly kind of trustworthy.
So the only thing I have for the Browns is Joe Flacco.
Me too. I said the Joe Flacco experiment has to end at some point, right?
Right.
His thing is he's just not making mistakes.
Or he is, but it's fine.
It's not enough. It's not enough to lose the game.
Yeah, it's
he's making some good throws.
Pick in the first quarter. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, and then the defense is good enough to win games.
Fast, young.
Defense is good enough to win games. Joe Flacco, like historically, has had seasons. He gets hot. That's what he does.
He gets hot.
Like I think that Ravens year,
12. Yeah.
He didn't throw a single pick in the entire playoffs.
Joe Flacco is remarkable. All the stuff that's happening.
But then there's sometimes where you're like, Jesus Christ, is this really our franchise quarterback?
Yeah.
So it's whether or not that old Joe Flacco will creep in.
It's all
at some
like, just
point.
don't mess it up. Amari Cooper is like, I think needs to be talked about as like one of the best wide receivers of this generation.
Right.
Like he's just always
consistent.
good, always making plays. Like, so they got guys, and Kareem Hunt's fine, and the other kid's pretty good.
It'll be really weird if they somehow match up with the Ravens or something. Because you'd think the
team.
Ravens' defense is so good, but at the same time, it's a divisional matchup.
Something about
Flacco.
Yeah, that I like. I trust.
Yeah, let him date my daughter.
But
German.
That's the one team that I'm like, if I'm the Ravens, I don't want to see Joe Flacco.
Well, you never want to see a divisional opponent in the playoffs, but especially Joe Flacco. That's revenge game weirdness.
For sure.
But honestly, out of all the teams in the AFC playoffs, semi-trustworthy.
Agree.
Right? Like up there with the Ravens.
Which is insane, yeah.
Because the Ravens have more of a bad reason.
Yeah, because
Lamar can't win like Joe Flacco has won.
That's true.
They're obviously Joe Flacco's a way worse quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
But that's all
what's crazy about Joe Flacco is like, dude, he was out of the league like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, didn't do much.
Out of the league,
yeah.
you'd think.
Yeah.
But he was like a backup. Like I saw a picture of him the other day, like of him on the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was on the Broncos.
Just hopping
He was on
around.
the Jets. Like he was.
I remember him on the Jets.
Like he was. I remember he was on a. I saw a picture of him. I remember I saw a video of him in August. He was on a podcast or something, and I was like, oh, Joe Flacco. I forgot he's still a thing. Literally, that now super viral podcast clip. I forgot the guy's name. He's great.
Osama bin Laden.
Different guy. Not great. Of him, the guy being like, "Oh, Flacco, something about Flacco."
Oh, that's
yeah,
that's the comedian.
Yes.
Oh, I was just gonna say
Staffy.
Stavo.
Stavy.
I was just gonna say Svi Mahalik. So
okay, no.
Celtics legend.
Yes. That was said like in memoriam of Joe Flacco's career.
That was
1 or 2 years ago, right?
No, that was this past offseason when they were, or 2 years ago maybe, when they were talking about not signing Lamar.
Yeah, which could have been last year, but I also think it's
happened twice.
Yeah,
happened twice.
Yeah, so like that was not a recent clip. Like
no, 2 years
that was
ago,
in like response to like Flacco was a while.
Something about Flacco.
It's just crazy. Like the Flacco thing is actually crazy because he was out of the league for like 4 years.
I know,
crazy.
But that's all you need. If you have a good enough defense and a deep roster, like you just need a quarterback that can manage the game.
And maybe the streakiest quarterback of all time.
Like if they had Zach Wilson, they would suck.
Agree.
But if they had Phillip Rivers right now, they would be just as good, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, you just need someone that can manage the game.
That Colts team.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the last team I have in the AFC, because I don't really think anyone else is much of a factor.
Me too.
The Bills.
Yep.
When have I ever trusted the Bills?
When
have I ever once trusted the Bills?
What's hilarious about the Bills is that the entire world is so back on them now. Like now, they're like, dude, they're getting hot at the right time. Barely beat the Patriots, barely beat the Chargers.
Right.
That is the last 2 weeks. That is the 2 most recent displays of football by the Bills.
Yeah.
What are we really?
Yeah, I know, which is weird because normally like we see that in sports is like whoever's playing good at the time, that's who's good.
And the
like
narrative
it'll
is they
flip.
are.
Like the Eagles are shit right now, but they still have 12 wins or whatever.
Right.
But the Bills haven't like had convincing wins enough where you're like, oh, the Bills are
They had a convincing loss.
Enough to be favored in Miami?
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I
don't know.
I don't know. Like, they lost in overtime to Philly. And then they beat Dallas.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, here we go. But the last 2 weeks has not been good.
I know. And they have some terrible losses this year.
Yeah. To the Patriots.
When have I, other than the McDermott stuff when he was talking about 9/11, when have I been in on the Bills?
Wow.
If they lose and miss the playoffs, is he out?
I think they said he's coming back.
Oh, jeez, terrible call.
Like, okay. Yeah, like their offense is, I guess, better than it was in the beginning of the season. But I'm not like, again, did I say last week that they could make the Super Bowl? Yeah, but that's more so just because of how wide open the AFC is.
Right.
Like, it's not. I'm not. Again, I do not. This is trustworthy. I don't trust them at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, I mean, in classic Bills fashion, I think this week they'll have some weird game plan. It's
always weird when these.
Instead of doing the James Cook game, he literally showed that he is one of the best running backs in the league a couple weeks ago, and they're just not going to give it to him again.
How about Josh Allen's just going to throw so many insane throws?
Yeah.
And it'll convert sometimes.
I know.
It'll also be intercepted.
Should be a fun game.
I
mean, it'll be a fun game because so much is on the line.
Oh my god, yeah, and the defenses. NFC.
So who's your most trustworthy team in the AFC?
Most trustworthy team in the AFC, I simply have to go the Ravens because I think it's disrespectful to not say that after just what they've done. There's if there was any other competent team, I would probably go with them.
Me as well.
There's simply not. So I have to say the Ravens.
Right. I think we've harped on this since we've done this podcast. You need an identity to be any sports team. You need an identity, and the Ravens have an identity.
Yes.
They're good at defense and they can run the football.
Yes. To be fair, the only thing against the Ravens is something that has almost nothing to do with this Ravens team.
Yes, but
as obviously
same
the
Lamar,
for sure. But it's but
your defense back then was worse, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's again, it is a thing, but it's all right.
I know. All right, I think then second is tied for me is Browns and Chiefs, just because the Chiefs have done it. They can.
I think they've done it. I think the Browns beat the Chiefs today if they play.
Yeah,
depends where a little bit.
It depends where.
But why, Flacco and Arrowhead? I'm yeah.
But as far as trustworthy, I'd be the Chiefs going into this playoffs with a bunch of shit AFC teams. I'd be the Chiefs are the Chiefs, so never really count them out.
So true. I just watch them. I watch. They're the team I watch the most besides the Patriots.
Yeah.
Just I think probably most people do, and every time I watch them this year, I'm they're just something is wrong with that.
Oh yeah,
and the vibes are off, dude. Yeah. Oh my god.
Bad.
But yeah, so I'd say around there.
Okay, NFC.
NFC.
So number 1 seed locked up.
49ers.
San Francisco 49ers.
They are awesome, but the time that they played, the best team that they played, they got utterly embarrassed.
Right.
And Brock Purdy threw 3 really bad interceptions, 4 interceptions
Correct.
total. That's my worry with them.
Yeah, but at the same time, everyone has those bad games. Yes, they've had some weird losses. They had 3 straight losses.
Yeah.
But going back to last year's playoffs, Purdy was solid. I think Shanahan will tighten it up a little bit, and that's one of those games where you actually learn from your mistakes. Burn the tape game. Yeah. I don't see any other team in the NFC being as trustworthy as the 49ers, especially because they're healthy and like we said they have the identity.
Agreed.
Plus they're going to rest everyone this week.
Yeah.
And they have the home field advantage. So I think I trust them a lot going into the playoffs.
I do too. Yet there's still somehow in my opinion, what I said, is a thing.
The thing with Brock Purdy is you're just waiting for him to be oh, that's a 5th-round pick.
Yeah, which is what we saw against the Ravens.
Yeah, it happened once, and we were oh, what the fuck?
Oh, this is it. And then, he's fine.
He's fine because they figured out. But if that happens twice in a row, 3 times in a row, people are oh, well, we were just waiting for this. Brock Purdy is not elite.
Yeah, the thing about Purdy though that it really seems to be, and of course he should be like this because he has the greatest support system in the NFL.
Yeah,
he just seems so.
Even keel.
Yeah.
Whereas Old Navy close to the game.
Yeah, and it's he threw 4 picks last night. He's just going to go in and throw 2 touchdowns.
I know. He does exactly what he needs to do every week.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with the 49ers.
Okay, Cowboys 2 seed right now.
Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott.
Yeah, same thing as the Bills. When have I ever trusted them?
Mike McCarthy especially.
When have they are the reason you can't trust them.
They should have lost.
They should have lost. They should have been better in the playoffs last year and the year before, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before.
My entire life.
Yeah. So there's no reason to trust them.
Right.
History will repeat itself.
What's interesting about they'll have home field for most of the playoffs until potentially the championship.
Yes.
They are an unbelievable team at home. Now, when they go on the road, it's like the worst thing I've ever seen every time. So.
Yes.
And that's not trust. That's just a thing that happens. So, no, I do not trust them at all.
Also, like, if they play, like, the Rams or the Packers, I don't think they can play the Rams.
Packers, dude.
But, like,
Cowboys
the Packers
fans are literally quivering.
Packers or the Seahawks. Like,
I've seen so much of that.
It just
because how many times
you don't feel confident in any of these matchups. Tell me which, like,
the Packers have the Cowboys number historically.
Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys, Bucks, Cowboys.
Even the Bucks,
Lions, Cowboys. You don't feel super confident in any of those.
No.
Just because the Cowboys will be the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. And McCarthy is just
fat and stupid.
Always does something where I'm like, that was a weird decision.
He's either like the smartest football mind in the game when they win like 45-12.
Yeah.
Or he's like, Jesus Christ, this guy is on the spectrum, right?
Yeah. Yes.
This is the guy. Yeah.
That was a special needs coach.
This is the guy that took math class by himself.
Yes. This is the guy who said, I watched every single minute of the Cowboys game, and then at his introductory press conference, and then like 2 months later, he was like, I lied. You know what? Don't care that you lied. Don't tell me you lied.
Got you guys. Mickey did that the other day. My brother. He was just
told a totally believable thing and then was like, I lied.
We were all with all of our friends sitting around the table. He goes, I had a bowl of cereal this morning. We were talking about cereal. I was like, nice, Mick. And then he was like, just kidding. I was like,
got me.
Really? I believe you.
Big time.
Yeah. So really good joke, Mickey.
Yep. Pulled up McCarthy.
Thanks, Mike McCarthy. Yep. Yeah.
Eagles. What's up with the birds?
There's a lot. There's not. I mean, what right now is trustworthy about them? The only thing that's trustworthy is like they did it last year, but this team feels way different. The vibe is off.
The vibe is so.
There's nothing trustworthy.
Eagles
about this
fans are pissed. I watched the Cardinals game and red zoned it, and I was like, damn, Sirianni just really might not be the guy, and I think that's going to be a really hot take. Everyone's saying it. Everyone's all over it. I want to kill Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, the Eagles, once they get 2 losses in a row, they're reform the whole thing.
Down the city.
Change, sell the team,
can't play quarterback.
Relocate the team.
I saw a thing, if, and like a month from now, if it comes out that like Jalen Hurts like was playing with like a fractured shoulder, I would be so, that was like, that would make sense.
Well, he's done 50 tush pushes, so. Not surprising at all.
I have a bunch of stats about the Eagles, but we can save it till the Eagles thing. Borderline.
The defenses look bad lately without Gannon.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Guess what? Matt Patricia. Don't put him in charge of your football team.
Don't hire him.
Don't do it.
Don't let him call a single play.
Don't do it.
And I don't think anyone will ever get that through their head.
It's every time. Yeah. Like, hey, guess what? Bad football coach.
Why don't we make this guy that sucked as the Lions head coach
and pretty overrated as the Patriots defensive coordinator,
and then made him call offensive plays for the Patriots.
He was terrible at that.
Oh, he's terrible at that. Why don't we bring him in to call plays?
Oh, we've gotten way worse. Okay.
What the hell is... I wonder what it is.
That is strange.
What is that?
Even though people are like, well, he was great with those runs as the DC, he also had like Brian Flores, Gerard Mayo, like on that stat, like a bunch of amazing
and good defenses.
And, Bill Belichick
and good defenses
and unbelievably loaded defenses. So
the Cardinals just put up 35 points on you
at home.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Not a lot that's trustworthy about them right now.
No.
Jalen Hurts doesn't. They haven't had a game all year that's like a convincing win.
Yeah.
Same as the
Bills. The Cowboys way earlier in the season.
Right.
In the last like 2 months, no.
Right.
And that's really the season.
Yeah. Okay. Lions clinched. They had, tough loss last week.
Tough loss. Here's the thing about that loss, and everyone's like, the refs blew this. Yeah, true. Like, the Lions won, right?
Yeah.
By the way, they're sending up 3 linemen to the ref. Yeah. So you're already, like, these refs are, like, incompetent every week. Also, guess what? You just were like, fuck it, I'm going for it from the 7. It's like, oh, just kick a field goal. And I know, like, it's like they should have won, so that's the end of the story, but it's like... Whoa. And that might be more of an indicative sign of just like the general vibe of Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
He's just
he's just like,
okay, well, fuck it then. I'm just going to go for it from the 7. And it's like, kick a field goal. Which is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
But from a
they got fucked, dude.
Trust standpoint, of course. But from a trust standpoint, I'm like,
No, I think he's like...
Yield sign.
Yeah. It's also such a big game for them because they could have got the 1 seed.
Would have been huge.
And Dan Campbell, like 2-3 years ago, they had like 2 wins.
Would have been huge. I'm also... I feel like Goff, and I love what Goff's done. I think he's like top 10, closer to 10. But everything, like, I feel like he's due for, like, something bad in the game.
Yeah, he had a little skid this year, which
Right.
I think, again, is normal for any athlete.
So true,
but it's just like the NFL, you get highlighted because you play one game a week. My thing with the Lions being untrustworthy is they just still seem to have the stink of being the Lions, even though they're really good.
Same old Lions, yeah.
Really good, but at the end of the day, it's like same old Lions. Wouldn't be surprised if they get bounced in the first round by the Seahawks.
Right. A lot of these teams, if you're like, well, picture them losing. Like the Ravens, I'm like, I'd have to do some work to picture that.
Yes.
All the other teams, I'm like, yeah, I can picture that.
Well, 49ers.
Yes, true.
49ers, but
I'd really have to do some work to picture that.
Seeing a scoreboard where the Lions are down is the most easy thing to see ever.
Exactly.
I could
Eagles,
draw that
I'm like,
for
I
you.
just saw it last week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Eagles,
Chiefs, you could 100%
even Eagles
see it.
feels a little weirder because they're like historically a good team. Like the Lions losing is like,
that's what happens.
if someone time traveled from 3 years ago and came here today, and I
How
told
about
them
15 years ago?
and anywhere in the past, anytime in the past, if anyone from the past traveled here and I was like, hey, the Lions are losing, they'd be like, if I said the Lions are losing in the playoffs, they'd be like, they made the playoffs. What the hell?
You were kidding me.
No
This
way.
is supposed to be the future.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
So the Lions losing is like the Lions. It's just
so true.
Yeah.
Don't trust them.
Don't trust them. But again, I do kind of trust them because they have a good defense. Dan Campbell seems to be a good coach.
His coordinators are really good.
Yeah, they have the skill players on offense.
I think they're going to regress.
Laporta.
Cash
cow.
Why don't you just throw it to him? I think they are going to regress mightily next year. That's my.
Really?
They're going to Eagles it, I think, because both their coordinators are gone.
They could, and Dan Campbell is like, we keep saying it, it's like a motivator of men, maybe not the best football coach.
Right. And Ben Johnson is really good.
Awesome. He's amazing. I do believe in Jared Goff, though. He's been there before. I think he can motivate the guys. Yeah. Even like an NFC championship would be awesome for them.
Oh, huge.
Would be huge.
Yeah.
Just getting to one.
Yep.
Who else we got? Bucks, Buccaneers.
Buccaneers, I mean, like I was in on
which
them.
they haven't clinched. The Saints are also
8-8. Yeah,
8-8.
They're playing each other, right?
No, the Saints are playing the Falcons.
That's right.
Which we have to root hard for the Falcons.
Yes, because of some insane strength of schedule thing.
Yeah.
The Commanders won, yet we're at the 2 seed.
Not right now.
Or they didn't win, but they beat us.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's insane. We are the 2.
I think we'll talk about it later if you want. We'll talk about it later. The Bucks right now are in the playoffs.
Embarrassing last week though. I will look up and they're getting destroyed.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm just like, what are we? Because I was so in. We talked about it. They had 2 really good weeks.
Wait, the Bucks or the Saints?
The Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks. We were
last week. I'm like, they're losing like 31-0.
We were praising Baker Mayfield.
I'm like, what's happening? And look, I think Baker was all right. And there was one play they had a shot at the end, and this guy, like, I forget who it was. I think it was number 1. I forget his name. But he just had like a touchdown, and he just fucking dropped it in mid-air, just mid-run, and it was a fumble. And I'm like, okay, so that's the team. I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
No, the Bucks. I mean, whoever wins the NFC South, that's why you can't trust them because they won the NFC South, the worst division of football. Yeah. It's like you're not winning your division convincingly in the NFC South. Why the hell would I trust you?
So true.
You're sneaking by.
Yep.
You're borderline playoffs, borderline top 10 pick. So that's why I don't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I think they could pull something crazy in the playoffs. Just because Baker's that guy.
That's it. The Baker magic.
All right. Rams.
Okay, so the Rams I just love.
I kind of trust this team. Yeah.
The Rams, which is insane. But
no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Stafford was hurt. Their defense, obviously, they lost some pieces. Cooper Kupp was like kind of injured.
He was hurt. Yeah.
And then obviously he was hurt last year. Was that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Last year he was hurt. So like it's been weird for the Rams. Everyone's been counting them out, but Matthew Stafford is awesome. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league.
The ball.
They can run the ball.
They can run the
Kyron
ball.
Williams is a beast.
It's really good.
Kyron Williams is a beast.
Like,
they have
move the ball.
2 good receivers.
Yep. And that's talk about trust, Sean McVay.
Yeah. Plus you have maybe the best defensive player in the last 5-10 years.
Yes.
Like since JJ, like better than JJ Watt almost. Aaron Donald is a man amongst children.
Mm-hmm.
No one can run on them just because the Aaron Donald factor. You're too scared. So I do kind of trust this team. Their defense needs to rally a little bit. I think they're not great in the pass game. It says they're bottom 15 in defensive rating.
Yeah.
So not great, but I mean, Matthew Stafford is a gamer.
Yeah.
We know that.
In terms of when it gets down to it, McVay with time to prep, McVay in the big moments.
With a quarterback he trusts.
Yep. Run game. The run game thing is going to be huge because a lot of these guys struggle with clock management.
Yeah, if they play the Lions, dude, that's a terrible matchup for the Lions.
That's what I'm saying.
Just because
who aren't the Rams terrible matchup for? I guess you could say San Fran, but
right. But if the Rams say the Rams had to go play
Dallas in Dallas.
No, well, I think the Eagles in Philly, like outdoors in the cold, all those crazy fucking fans. But instead, they're playing the Lions like crazy fans, but indoors.
Dallas,
Matt Stafford's
indoors.
like used to being indoors.
Yep.
Plus Matt Stafford revenge game.
True.
That'd be an awesome.
Dude, imagine we get Lions, Rams, Browns, Ravens.
Wowzers.
Wouldn't be the same week.
Yeah.
But same play.
In an era of new quarterbacks, that'd be an awesome. Just to see all the old quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Do you have notes on anyone else? I mean, I don't really trust anyone else.
That's
the Seahawks. I mean,
bad team.
Bad.
Hey,
bad team.
It's interesting. The Steelers.
Platypuses. Very interesting.
Very true. The Steelers in games that Mitch Trubisky has not played at least a half, 9-3.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Right?
I mean, I don't think there's anything.
Me neither.
Because all three, I think they said it on PMT. Their top 3 quarterbacks are so interchangeable relative to any other team that like it doesn't fucking matter who they play.
Yeah, they're
three mid.
Gonna get in, aren't they? I think
they might squeeze in. Yeah, I think they're gonna
Colts.
squeeze in.
The NFL website is a pretty good one too. But,
well, this is the website I'm on.
Okay, that's fine.
The Texans are 9-7, the Colts are 9-7, and the Steelers are 9-7.
Sweet.
Stroud I don't know. Yeah, Stroud played last week.
Did he?
Yes.
Really?
Yep, and they lost.
Why did I not hear anything about the Texans game?
The Texans lost to...
Oh, was it Monday night? I don't know. I don't remember.
No, they played like a random 4 o'clock game, I think. The Texans did play, though. Stroud had like 2 tutties, but they lost.
Oh, damn. Completely missed it.
But they can squeeze in with a win.
Yes. It is 25
So,
minutes,
most trustworthy team in the league? I'm gonna say the 49ers. Just because recent playoff success last year, I think they probably would have won the Super Bowl, again, if no one got hurt. I just trust their defense. They're healthy. I trust their coach a lot. And then maybe the Ravens. Yeah, I mean, the Ravens have no recent playoff success to build off of, but as far as this whole season goes, they're probably the most trustworthy.
Yeah, I'd have to.
And then it goes to like the fucking Browns and the Rams and a terrible Chiefs team.
Yeah.
That's where the NFL is at right
Insanity.
now. NFL, I'm not lying, bad product.
Really?
Bad product.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a bad product.
See, but we're talking about it.
I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Right.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Right. So true.
But so many fucking injuries.
7 teams too much for the playoffs?
No, I mean, whatever. Send them all to playoffs. Best of 2.
Best of 2. Huge bracket.
Huge
bracket.
I don't know.
So much more to talk about when we're 26 minutes in. Want to take a quick commercial break?
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Be right back. All right. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Eagles or Dolphins?
Yes, more unreliable team. Bigger fraud.
Yeah.
Fraud watch.
What's the word? Fraud or unreliable?
Fraud. Bigger fraud. Eagles or Dolphins?
Bigger fraud. I'm just going to list a bunch of Eagles things. Then we can converse.
Okay.
So, defenses are playing this team differently. This is credit to Theo Ash on TikTok.
Shout out.
He's unbelievable.
Yes. Love him. I literally would marry him.
Me too. Breaks down defenses like a crazy person. Mm-hmm. Defenses are playing them a lot differently. Last year, 35% man coverage. That's number 1 in the NFL, the defenses they were getting played. So, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown cooking these dudes. Okay. And that's because Miles Sanders and the boys, such a compelling run game.
Right.
And also Shane Steichen, their offensive coordinator, turning out to be a very good football coach.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, okay, so zone has gone from them being played to 32nd to first. So everyone just plays like zone against these guys now as opposed to last year. And their run has gone from like number 1 to like super middle of the pack. The run game, especially in the recent months, right now it's 15th. It's like way worse in the recent months. It was okay in the beginning of the season. DeAndre Swift, I really loved.
Yeah.
Now I'm not so sure.
Okay.
They've lost both their coordinators, who were both good. I think they just cannot. They're things that they did so well last year now simply don't exist anymore because the defenses aren't going to play them that way. And I don't think Nick Sirianni is as innovative as a Steichen to coach his way out of those situations.
Okay.
At least he hasn't been yet.
Right.
And he's shown me no reason to think that he will.
Fair.
That's where I'm at with the Eagles.
Okay. I'm right there with you. They're a bottom 10 defense rating wise. They have
Patricia.
Bottom 5 in points per game allowed.
Their linebackers are bad.
25. Yeah, they have a young defense, which is they're 8th worst in turnover differential.
Bad.
But at the same time, they went 3-0 in November against the Cowboys, Chiefs, and Bills. Which, say what you want about those teams, those are still top teams in the NFL. And now they're terrible. I don't know.
Well, that's just the NFL fans.
That's the NFL fans. Now they're terrible.
Yep.
I think they're still a top team in the NFL. They're frauds for sure compared to having one loss last year, starting this season 10-0 again, whatever it was. But they're like a team you don't want to play in the playoffs.
No.
They're still a team you don't want to play. No. As far as the Dolphins,
Yeah. If the one last
closing
thing on the Eagles, if they just get it right and fix these run issues, I'm all the way back in.
Yeah,
but I need to see them make some adjustments here.
Run the damn ball.
Run the damn
Dolphins. The Dolphins are leading the league in yards and points per game. So call them frauds if you want. Number 1 in passing, number 5 in rush yards per game. But they have had the easiest strength of schedule.
That's
for me,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, easy strength of schedule this year. Their only good win, I'm going to pull up their schedule. Their only good win is, I have it right here, against the Cowboys.
And that was a weird game. That was a game, by the way, I think the Cowboys lost that game.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. So they beat the Chargers to start the year by 2. Bad team. They beat the Patriots. They beat the Broncos, obviously, by 50.
Yep.
Broncos are terrible. They lost to the Bills by 28.
Interesting.
They beat the Giants. They beat the Panthers. They lost to the Eagles. They beat the Pats. They lost to the Chiefs. Beat the Raiders. Beat the Jets. Beat the Commanders. Lost to the Titans. Beat the Jets. Beat the Cowboys by 2, and then just got smoked by the Ravens. So what wins do they really have?
Again, a Cowboys win that was weird.
And
and now they play the Bills.
Their second best win is the Raiders.
And by the way, that's with them healthy. Now they're the Broncos. They're very much not healthy,
banged up. Yeah,
they're very detrimental. Bradley Chubb was really good.
Their best defensive player
all year.
I think the leading either sack haver or tackle haver.
Probably.
Yeah, so that's a bummer. I mean, they're obviously an explosive offense, but.
No, they could do that thing where they're we're just going to score 35 points.
Yeah, but there are also games where they don't score enough points that their defense will.
Game? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Did Tyreek play?
Tyreek played.
Yeah. And so, that's... I'm not overly in on either of those teams. I'm going to go... Fraud's a tricky word, but maybe in terms of the rhetoric, I think the rhetoric is much more slandering the Eagles right now. Not as much the Dolphins, which is crazy because they just got destroyed.
I think more people would say that the Eagles are frauds, but the Dolphins leading the league in yards, points per game. They have one of the best. They have probably the best offense in the league rating wise. I don't know what it is, but just throwing that out there. Top 3.
Yeah.
And they only have 1 good win. Strength of schedule. That to me is a fraud. A team that has 10 plus wins and 1 good win. That's just fraud watch.
And just think of these two teams from an overhead view. The Dolphins. Really good offensive team, not great at defense, and banged up defensively. Young coach. Eagles, experienced coach, been to a Super Bowl. Bunch of experience, especially on offense. Bunch of guys on the outside, and guys who've been there. Basically, it's just look at those two teams. It's I'm taking the one with the offense.
Right, but it's also the Eagles are frauds right now, but they're just playing bad.
Yeah,
this is how the Dolphins play.
Yes,
and they're.
That's huge.
Yeah.
This
is how the Dolphins are playing, and it's that's why they're frauds.
Agree. Yeah.
But the Eagles are just playing bad.
Yeah. So true.
Although I think some people believe that the Eagles truly the last 2 years have been all
which I don't
all fraudulent because they have 25 wins.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years.
Yeah, and they're I don't know. It's weird. Have we ever seen a run like this, a 2-year run like this, where there's less confidence in the coach and the quarterback? Everyone's I don't think Sirianni's a good coach.
Not.
I'm all right, well,
probably not.
Second to first.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think Hurts is a really good quarterback.
He's 6 losses in his career.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. It is different compared to the Patriots runs. Even if the Patriots lost these games, you'd be well, we're just worried about the playoffs because we're gonna destroy people in the playoffs anyway.
I think that might just be Philly, right?
But the Eagles are just fuck. I don't know because it's been. I mean, they've had some bad years.
Yeah.
The Patriots always just were in the playoffs, so it's just more trustworthy.
Just means more.
Just means more.
I'm gonna go. Anything else in that front?
No, I just think Eagles. I think the Dolphins are frauds. The Eagles are playing bad. Could be semi-fraudulent.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. The Bears.
The Bears.
What do you do?
I dove deep into this.
Me too.
The
Not
Bears,
as deep as you maybe, but I definitely have a take.
The Bears are in a terrible spot. Terrible spot.
Terrible.
Dude, it's awful.
Okay.
Awful spot.
Mm-hmm.
You locked up the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And you have to decide whether to draft Caleb Williams.
Yes.
Or keep Justin Fields.
Who the fans were chanting, we want Justin Fields.
We want Justin Fields. All the players love him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you either trade Justin Fields and draft a quarterback.
And you're keeping your coach.
Or draft or keep Justin Fields and trade the pick, which you could get a haul for the pick.
Mm-hmm.
You get a haul. I saw you could get this year's first-round pick, 2 future first-round picks, and a day 2 pick or a premium veteran player. So 3 first-round picks and maybe a second-round pick this year. It's a lose-lose for the Bears unless one of these quarterbacks pans out. Because if Justin Fields walks, goes plays for another team, and he's awesome.
Yep.
And Caleb Williams is like a drama queen.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And even if, like, regardless of the other side of that, if you trade Justin Fields, you have a bunch of problems. Already.
Yes. It's just the fact that the Bears have never had a good quarterback in their history, and now they have a chance to have, like, 2, but you can only pick 1, but you don't know which one's going to be great yet.
Yeah.
So it's such a tough decision to make. With, like, if you get it wrong and you've missed again on the quarterback thing, it's like
over.
The Bears will never do it ever. It's like I'm resigning as a franchise.
They should.
Because if you trade the pick and Caleb Williams goes to, like, the Saints or something or whoever, and he's awesome, then you're like, I'm literally going to kill myself. And I paid $200 million to Justin Fields.
Oh, yeah, in like a year.
Yeah, so.
Here's why I believe...
How can I be a Bears fan?
Yeah, dude. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I believe they should absolutely draft Caleb Williams and trade Justin Fields.
I think I disagree.
Because last year, let's just rewind a year.
Okay.
They're in the same exact spot. They had an opportunity to draft Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
They trade it. And they're like, let's see with Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the same spot now, but we're closer to having to pay Justin Fields.
Yes.
How about you draft Caleb? You have another pick in the top 10. Imagine Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze on the same team.
Right.
Oh my God. Caleb Williams and someone really good. Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Potentially. You also have your second round pick now if you trade Justin Fields away, probably. I saw a report today he got to go for a third or a second. Trade him to the Falcons, who would be a willing buyer, I think, for sure. Mm-hmm. Get a guy like a Chris Braswell or a Jalen Polk. Just create Washington 2.0.
Right.
Now, this is all additionally, like, this is really just because you did this last year. You're in the same spot. You're going to have to pay Justin Fields now all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. I say hit the reset button.
Okay. I think they've been hitting the reset button too much as a franchise where they're at a certain point where it's like, let's just stick with what we got. Like, you could trade that pick for future first-round picks, play Justin Fields next year, draft Joe Alt, draft Rome Odunze with your own pick, mm-hmm. and then you have Justin Fields, those good receivers. You add a little bit to the defense, and not only that, it's another year of Justin Fields with the same coach. He got drafted to the worst team in the league, mm-hmm. had to deal with that. He obviously is the quarterback, so he gets shit a lot for it. But you've had 2 different coordinators, 2 different coaches, different GM as well, right? They switched 2 years ago?
Ryan Poles. I think Ryan Poles drafted him.
Okay, but anyway, it's like you have to learn 2 different systems in your first 3 years, which is tough to do. And you're one of those players where you need the system to be built around you, and they were clearly forcing it on him to be more of a passer. But if they can switch to a system that's built for Justin Fields, everyone there loves him. All the reports are that he's like a guy that cares so much about the team, everyone loves him, he cares about the team. I don't see why you would bring in a new guy, like disrespect all your own players because they want him, and bring in a guy like Caleb Williams who's all like,
different
I got the
energy.
Money now, I want to buy the team, blah, blah, blah.
Different energy.
And at the same time, he has to learn the whole system.
Yeah.
When instead you could trade him and get a first-round pick this year, first-round pick next year, first-round pick the year after, and a second-round pick.
And load up.
Because then the best thing for the Bears, Big Cat was saying, because he's a Bears guy, is just having the first-round pick. He just wants to hold on to it forever.
Yeah.
Because it's the best. It's like I can do whatever with it.
For sure. Especially
I can do so many trade things. So if you get 2 more first-round picks, and then you have another first overall pick next year, you can just keep doing it forever. Yeah. And keep Justin Fields, who's maybe going to pan out. Mm. Like, it's not like he's for sure done.
No.
I think if he goes to, like, the Falcons or something or some other team, he could be awesome.
Yeah. I think the number one thing they should do is get rid of that coach. He just feels stale to me.
Eberflus?
Yeah. He just feels stale. He's not a culture guy. He's not like how good is the Bears defense? He's a defensive guy. He's the Colts defensive coordinator.
Right.
Did they have good defenses? I guess they did.
Right,
Imagine, like, again, I keep using the same names, but, like, NFC North, like a Ben Johnson. You're telling me that you're not intrigued with Justin Fields, a new skill guy on the outside, and veteran guy on the line, maybe? Now that I'm in. But I'm like, I don't know why they kept it.
Plus, also, if you just keep him for another year, yes, you're passing on Caleb Williams, who's maybe the best quarterback prospect since Trevor Lawrence. Mm-hmm. But, like, you can draft another quarterback next year if Justin Fields is, like, the same, and you're like, all right, let's give up on this experiment. Shador. But I was looking at the quarterbacks next year. It's like terrible. That kid from Notre Dame is like the third best.
Riley Leonard, really.
Yeah.
Maybe Quinn Ewers, if that, and then Arch Manning would transfer them, which would be
JJ McCarthy stays.
Is he going to, you think?
He hasn't declared yet.
Here's my thing. We can
He's only 20.
Save it for... Really?
Yeah.
He's a little younger than us, huh?
Yeah.
What's interesting...
By 2 years for me.
Gase, but, like, he is so much higher rated than best scouts than Penix. It's, like, unbelievable.
Yeah. We can talk about them later, but
that's
I definitely have my take on him.
Yeah.
He's also, like, has just a tough spot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I think about the Bears. It's a tough... That's what I'm saying. You could go either way. It's a tough spot.
Yeah. Keeping it in the NFC North.
Okay.
I think Jordan Love should absolutely be an MVP candidate.
Yeah,
and you said this in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But, like, he's not... There's no talk about him.
No, there's none. Because he had a shit middle of the year.
Right.
Whenever you have, like, a tough stretch as a quarterback, you're just immediately done.
Written off. And, again, they're 8-8. But 30 touchdowns, 11 picks.
Yeah.
He's third in the league in passing touchdowns. Purdy is the other MVP candidate. He has 31. Dak has 31. Mm-hmm. Lamar has 24. And it's like, oh, they're rushing touchdowns. They have, like, the same amount of rushing touchdowns.
Okay.
So... And obviously he's 13-3.
But they have the 1 seed.
And then they have the 1 seed, of course. The Packers, NFL's youngest skill players, just by average. No free agent signings because of that Rodgers contract, dead cap. And horrible defense. Absolutely insane defense. 8 games with multiple touchdowns and 0 picks. That's first in the league. So, again, I'm not saying he should win 16 touchdowns, 1 pick in his last 7 games. I'm not saying he should win MVP, but... Let's throw this guy's name in the conversation a little bit.
No, I think that's fair. I mean, it's such a weird year that you could... Like, I think there's a lot of quarterbacks on his level this year that are mediocre to good as far as their case for MVP. Mm-hmm. Again, the same, like Christian really McCaffrey. Good. Yeah, he's playing... I think he's going to be a good quarterback.
I think he's the guy in Green Bay, for sure.
Yeah, you got to commit. I mean, he sat on the bench for 3 years behind Rodgers. And
How mad are Bears fans? I saw a Bears...
You see the thing that said... He had a better statistical season this year than any Bears quarterback ever. Ever. That's what I'm saying. If the Bears make the wrong call on the quarterback thing, how do you survive as a person?
I would say sell the team, but they were bought for like $25.
Okay.
They were.
That's hilarious.
In like 1905.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
By a family who still owns
I think they still own him, that old-ass lady. Yeah.
So
I agree, though. I mean, that'd be huge for me. As far as my takes.
You've been saying it since week 2, I believe. So
unfortunately for you,
Unfortunately for me.
Lamar Jackson is minus 20,000 to win MVP.
So he was minus 200 going into that game.
Okay, so you have to bet $20,000 to win 100.
Safe bet.
I'll do it. I'll take 2.
Anything to infinite money glitch.
So is he now? If he's going to win the MVP, is he a lock for the Hall of Fame?
Lamar, all of a sudden, not quarterbacky enough, is going to have 2 MVPs.
2 MVPs. Only 10 players besides him have had multiple MVPs.
And he's super young.
And they were all first ballot Hall of Famers. And one of them is Patrick Mahomes, who's like going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yes.
But if Lamar Jackson, and like that's if Patrick Mahomes, like he has the Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls. But if Lamar Jackson either wins the Super Bowl or plays really good for like 5 more years, how is he not a lock for the Hall of Fame? He is. I mean, I think he is.
How about
and people don't even think he's a top 5 quarterback.
How about 8 months ago when the whole thing was like, oh, Lamar's being shopped, and like most of the teams were like, I'm good.
Bill Belichick. Don't want him.
Not for me.
Not for me.
Maybe Atlanta. Nah, probably not.
Not for me. We got Taylor Heineke on the bench.
I mean, like, it's 2 MVPs.
2 MVPs. Which
all of a sudden, what is he? 28?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
Not 30.
No. Which this all you have to do to win MVP in the NFL right now is not get hurt and play.
Be good from weeks 14 to 17.
Not even that. Just be solid through the whole year. Yeah. Like if you don't make. If you don't have like 2 or 3 games where you make a bunch of mistakes, you will win MVP.
Yeah.
Like Brock Purdy had that one game versus the Ravens and he threw 4 picks and it was like, well, this kid will never win MVP.
Never. See you later. Yep.
Lamar Jackson never had a game like that, so he is just going to win MVP.
Yep, and once he helps.
Yeah. It's not like he's breaking. He could be. I don't know. He's Lamar Jackson, but like statistical records, like he's not setting
24 touchdowns.
The touchdown record. Yeah.
He what's interesting about him is like people rag on him for the not even. That's an interesting sound.
That's your laundry.
Oh, sound. Hell yeah.
Fire.
It's fire sound. People will be like, oh, running quarterbacks can't do this, whatever. What's interesting is that he runs much differently now than he used to run.
Yeah, a lot safer and a lot more thought through.
Thoughtful.
Runner. Yeah,
yes.
thoughtful.
Yeah, thoughtful.
Thoughtful runner. He's been throwing the ball a lot more this year, and he's been good at it. Like he's just
perfect
good
QBR. That was great. Like he's just not that one analyst being like he's not quarterback enough for me, which has to just be a dog whistle. I don't know what this is. Like
I know
you're telling me Josh Allen is quarterbacking enough. Like it's just a race thing. And
he doesn't like turn the ball over
ever. And he had a perfect passer rating.
Yeah.
He was like 20. He was like 18 for 20 with 350 yards.
He slings it, dude.
And, like,
those
4
deep
touchdowns.
passes are so like
actually his throwing motion too. Just
it's
risky. Maybe maybe this will be me about Michael Penix in 6 years because I don't like his throwing motion.
But he's a lefty, so it's like
I always hate it, which is what's the word? Discriminatory.
Right.
Against lefties.
Right.
So sorry, but
I'm a racist.
Biased. Okay.
You said it, not me.
Put it on a shirt.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm a racist. Subtext recognizing my bias.
Towards lefties.
Boom.
Racist towards lefties.
Thank you for clearing that up.
All right, Rusty. What else you got on the NFL?
I just have a quicker Patriots thing. Just I wanted to add a little new Patriots wrinkle because we've been obviously knee deep.
Yeah, and then maybe we talk a little bit about this game.
Which one?
Belichick. This game coming up.
Oh, the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You can say whatever you say.
I'm just I think in realism world.
Yeah, in the world we live in.
Realism world. Belichick stays, but Bill O'Brien goes. It's not crazy.
Okay.
I honestly think in my head that's the most realistic outcome.
I disagree.
Okay. Well, Bill O'Brien I'm done with. I don't know if you're like give him another year. His last 4 years, I mean, this is the Patriots, 29th ranked offense. 2022 Alabama and 2021 Alabama. Like consensus, Alabama got worse offensively from start.
Yeah.
And then 2020 Houston, where he was fired after going 0-4. So I'm out on Bill O'Brien.
So those offenses were terrible for Alabama. But yeah, Bryce Young is this
not terrible
savant.
Not terrible savant. He is.
I don't understand how Bryce Young.
He had a great game.
They got smoked.
I don't know if they scored any points.
They didn't.
He had a good game. I saw some guy breaking down his throws. You watch out for Bryce Young.
I can promise you.
The problem in Carolina is David Tepper.
Dude, did you see that video?
Yes.
That's so funny.
You know, this might have been a PMT thing, but he when he was at Goldman Sachs, he got into some disagreement with this guy.
Yeah.
Bought his house and tore it down.
Really?
Yep. Bought the guy's house and tore it down.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, don't need it.
So yeah.
I heard something about him on the radio.
Okay.
On the tele.
Yeah. Old fashioned.
That he, what was it? Oh, when he got like his first, however he got his money, like the first couple billion he made, he was like, yeah, I can buy a 22-year-old.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Not allowed anymore.
No.
Hey,
you know what's crazy?
You
can't buy anyone of any age.
The crazy thing is, can't buy a person.
No, can't.
Not allowed.
No.
Not allowed. So, no need to put an age in there.
No need.
Actually, probably better.
I don't know.
If you said I can buy a person.
Jeez. God.
That'd be terrible.
Both bad.
Yeah. Adoption.
I'm out on this guy.
Adoption.
I'm out on this guy. Yeah, but you don't say it like that. You don't say it like that. Even though
we bought a person.
There's a monetary value exchange, but yeah, you can't say it.
You think we could adopt someone for the wagon?
What?
And raise them as
only in the only when we're filming the podcast we raise
No,
them.
Yeah, maybe.
I can't commit that.
What a podcast that would be.
Only us raising a kid.
That's what it is for like an hour.
And it's not vlog style, it's this style. So.
Yeah.
We're trying to raise them.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to my point.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Wouldn't Josh McDaniels coming back wouldn't be the worst thing. It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
As
wouldn't be ideal. It wouldn't be ideal. But I'm talking in realism world. I'm just prepping myself for what's probably going to happen.
Okay? So you're thinking worst case scenario.
I'm thinking
pretty close. Pretty close to worst case scenario.
And with the Patriots, it's kind of been that the last couple of years. Like last time McDaniels had a rookie quarterback, it was Mac. And he had Mac's best career year.
Dude, I don't want to even...
spend so much time with Brady.
I don't want to hear the name Mac Jones for the rest of my life.
Fair. Probably the most said phrase on this podcast today.
Mac Jones?
Yeah.
Well, Bailey Zappi.
True.
Him.
But I'm just prepping myself and Patriots fans that if we were to fire Bill O'Brien and everything else stays the same and Josh McDaniels comes back and we draft a quarterback, I would talk myself into it.
I wouldn't. I simply wouldn't. I would, but I...
I would,
but I wouldn't. I think there's almost a 95% chance Bill Belichick retires this offseason, and I think he's going to blow out the Jets and get us like the 7th pick.
Me too.
That's what I think's going to happen. He's going to blow out the Jets, and then like 2 weeks later he'll retire.
My brain cannot comprehend that.
But I don't see how how does he not, there's no way him and Robert Kraft don't talk. They report that's like once a year they meet, or once a week, or once. Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah.
They run like $1 billion organization.
They communicate.
There's no way they don't talk.
Yeah. I just think nothing.
And I think, but
ever.
yes, but I agree.
Like, what?
But I think they understand that Bill Belichick would be on an expiring contract next year. Like, you're not going to extend him if you're Robert Kraft, I think. Like, I think they know him, Robert Kraft, and his son, whatever his son's name is.
Oh, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Mm.
Like, they would not. I think they are in agreement that weeks ago, Bill Belichick, like, they're ready to fire him. And I think they've probably talked to Bill Belichick, and he's like, I'll just retire. Like, he maybe a couple of years ago was like, I'll stick around, see how many wins I can get, maybe get that wins record, which, by the way, you don't need for your resume. You're already the greatest coach of all time.
Closer to the all-time losses record.
Right, which I don't think he cares about anymore. He's like 73.
Yeah.
What the fuck does he care?
Well, my question is, what is he going to do?
Go work for, like, Navy or something.
Does he really strike you? That's true. Does he strike you? I don't think he's going to get out
could
of
be
the
like
game of football.
No, but he could be like one of those halftime color guys.
I don't think so.
He could
on
with
TV?
like
on TV.
Yeah.
That was good.
He did it with the ESPN.
He was pretty good.
And it was awesome. He was amazing on game day.
He was good on game day. I don't know.
Not like in the booth or anything.
I don't think my brain's ready to accept it. We talk about trust.
I just don't see how, like, they go into, like, he doesn't want to get fired next season.
He's like my ex-girlfriend, I think.
Leave it in, Jamie.
That's it.
What do you mean he's like your ex-girlfriend? Blonde?
No, also, he's not blonde.
I know. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Blue eyes?
Maybe.
Way older than you?
Like, here's the thing. No matter what he does, I'm still going to trust him. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's not...
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I trust him. He's Bill Belichick. He's the greatest coach of all time. But it's like,
He doesn't want me.
It just, like, sucks seeing his name get dragged through.
I can't stand it. Enough of that.
Dragged through
Enough. Let's go with a Super Bowl. What do you say? With
No.
Jay Daniels and the boys.
No, dude, I'm out. I want Jane Daniels. I'm out on Bill. I'm still out. I'm firm out.
All right, let me illustrate a situation.
And I'm out on, I think I'm out on Mayo. I'm out on the guys. If Mayo's like DC, I'd be fine.
I'm illustrating.
Everyone out.
I'm illustrating.
Okay.
Next February.
Okay.
We're in the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know
Black History Month.
You know who's with us? Where's the Super Bowl? It's in Dallas, I think.
Okay, who's with us?
It's actually New Orleans, I think.
Mac Jones.
No. Jane Daniels is starting quarterback.
No way.
Rookie year.
From LSU. He won the Heisman, didn't he?
That's the one. Yep. Coach is Bill Belichick.
Don't.
Offensive coordinator is Josh McDaniels. Defensive coordinator.
Stop, dude. Stop.
I'm just telling you the situation. That's the situation.
That's not gonna happen.
And
the Super Bowl.
We also signed a wide receiver. And
yeah. When has he signed a wide receiver?
And I'm not saying it had to be a good one, but it panned out to be good.
Oh, Devontae Parker.
Yeah, jeez. And
who drafted Jaden Daniels? Bill Belichick did. No, he's not going to let that happen. He's just not going to let that happen.
I know, but imagine.
He's gone. No, he's done. He's done.
It'd be sweet if it happened, though.
I think the end of the dynasty
has ended.
But let's not let it end like this. You know?
Yeah,
I don't want him to play. I don't want him to coach for 2 more years.
Yeah, end it with the Super Bowl next year.
Yeah.
With Jane Daniels.
Without Bill Belichick. No, dude, stop.
Okay, fine.
Stop it.
All right, we're gonna maybe talk about some college football. I don't really know.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, we're back.
All right, sweet.
Doing a little draft. A serious draft.
Yes, serious black.
We're missing our sweet prince draft.
Yes.
Draft Daniels.
Yes.
He's busy.
We'll probably fly him out next week.
Yeah, he's actually leaving.
What?
Forever. Yeah. Okay, best aura sporting events?
Yeah.
Sporting events with the best aura?
Yeah.
Draft?
That's how you word it.
Okay.
Yep.
We got that.
Sweet.
What do you want to do? Rock, paper, scissors?
You go first.
Okay. Well, okay. This is my 1-1 sporting event for any draft, the Masters.
Yep, on my list.
By far, the biggest aura in sports. It is my favorite sporting event, a lot of people's favorite sporting event. Just something about, like, there's no cell phones, all the green, the commercials.
Social media team does
Hello, folks. The social media is amazing. The yellow flags, the caddies in the all-white bibs. Yeah. It's just like Tiger Woods, like...
Nothing's better.
I actually get chills. Like, I'm excited for the commercials during March Madness. I can't wait for April.
So good.
I'm literally so excited.
So good. The aura is... Yeah, that's
unreal.
Peak
that's
aura.
it. That's it.
Peak aura.
That's it.
I'm... This might be kind of a cop-out, but I'm just going to go the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, I knew you were going to take that.
I've been a huge Rose Bowl guy forever. Yeah. Herb Street said it should just be the national championship every year.
It should.
And I'm like, not crazy.
No.
Not crazy at all. That place is awesome, and there's always just magic in that stadium.
Yeah, always a good game.
I can't believe it's not always a playoff game. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, right.
They just rotate them?
Yeah, but I feel like the Sugar Bowl is every year.
Now it probably will be.
Yeah. Well,
going forward.
I don't know.
With all the different
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Okay, I'm going to take... Okay, yeah. I'm going to take the World Cup final.
Hell yeah.
World Cup final. I mean, it's not every year, so it's tough, but, like, that has to be the most watched sporting event.
Oh, yeah.
By far of the year.
Sure.
And it's just, like, the build-up, the country. Like, it's so much build-up. It's a whole country versus a country. Like, you don't see that in sports that often other than the Olympics.
Yeah.
People love soccer. I mean, the game this year was unreal. It's always, like, the best of the best. Like, it actually filters out the best teams. And I just, like, I'm starting to get into soccer, and I know that's peak soccer. So
what also is peak, in addition to that, is, like, the first game of the World Cup.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So sick.
Yeah, same with, like...
Same vibe. It's so cool.
We'll save it. Yeah.
So cool. Agree. I'm going to go... All right, well, I'll just get this one out of the way because it's true. The Super Bowl. I love the Super Bowl. You're not as big of a Super Bowl guy. I've always, like, the Super Bowl is just one of my favorite things ever. So,
okay, I mean, it's obviously great. It's obviously great.
I just love things that involve, like... Not all the time, because, like, the Rose Bowl, I love how it's at a certain stadium, but I also love, like, the whole aura of the changing stadiums of the Super Bowl. Like, right. Like, the stadiums don't even look the same.
Yeah.
You know, they look completely different.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
I kind of hate, like,
I love the week leading up to it.
Hate it.
Yeah,
I hate the media build-up. It's all
Radio
stupid
Row,
shit.
Yeah. It's usually all stupid shit, but I just love it. It's like a holiday for me. So.
It definitely has aura. My thing with the Super Bowl is, like, if my team's not in it, I don't really care.
Really?
Don't really care. I mean, I love, like, the Super Bowl party. Super Bowl watch party is awesome.
Like, all this halftime show, all this
But, like, that's
commercials.
what's fun for me about the Masters is, like, there's so many different people to root for. Sure. And even the World Cup final, like, USA is not going to be in it.
Right.
Except for next one.
Except for the next one.
But, like, watching Argentina play versus France is, like, unreal. Yeah. Unreal. Okay, I'm going to take... this might be a controversial one. I could probably get it later.
Okay, I'm going to do that one for me next episode.
Next episode. I'm going to take Wimbledon.
Okay.
Wimbledon, similar to the Masters vibe, like it's on the TV. No matter what, it's on the TV.
Yep.
And tennis is such a unique sport that like you don't have the teams. It's the same as golf, but like I just love watching, like putting it on. It's good. You can say like a game that you nap during isn't interesting, but taking a tennis nap or a golf nap during the Masters or Wimbledon is unmatched.
Part of the aura.
Unmatched.
Part of the aura.
I don't know what it is. Just like waking up to people being like,
yeah, and it's always in the morning, and it is definition of like it means more. Like,
it means more, and like the past on the grass, like the past 20 years.
The past final was so good.
In the past 20 years, you've had these three legends of the game battling every time, so it's just fun to watch. Yeah, and it's also like a whole week event.
Oh, it's so.
But it's like actually people playing for the whole week. Yep. That is fun.
Yep, it's really fun. I love when. You know a sporting event's in the aura conversation when like studios are like put there. You know what I mean?
And it's also like there. That. It's like there's center court, all the other courts, and that's the only time they go there. Same with the Masters.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like that's the only place where they play that tournament. Yep. And it's like Augusta National is the Masters. Yep. Wimbledon is Wimbledon State. Yeah. But that's just what it is.
Yes, yeah, for sure. The back to the like, because I picture the coverage like what we're saying is all on all week. The 2014 World Cup in Brazil, right? In my opinion, like I won't take it because you already mentioned the World Cup, but that aura, like I'll always remember the studio
that was the one in Brazil.
Yeah, it was like on the beach.
Yes, so I remember.
Like, yes, it was like all glass. It was like Alexi Lalas and Taylor Twellman and all of them. Like it was just like.
I mean, you remember the ball.
Peak, yes.
You remember the commercials,
the bazooka,
the music,
yes. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, but yeah, great pick.
It's like the Rose Bowl. It's like they only play it there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the NBA on Christmas Day pre-Nike, with the jerseys and everything. I know it's crazy, but I'm talking about aura. Like I'm talking watching the games. I'm like, oh, it's Christmas Day. Okay. And there's been a lot of really fun Christmas Day games, especially that. I'm thinking like Kyrie shot against the Warriors. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The commercial with the
commercials. That's an all-time commercial.
Yeah. So call me crazy, but
all right,
putting that in there.
That's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. I'm gonna take another golf one here. Obviously, I love golf. Ryder Cup.
Okay.
The Ryder Cup, I mean, is fucking unreal.
So cool.
I mean, Europe versus USA. It's just always an insane battle going back and forth each time, and. I don't know, something about the different format, the team format you never see. Guys have so much energy, which you never see in golf.
Yes. And
the fans are jacked up, like the guys wearing the tiger suits and everything. And you have the captains, and you can debate what the matchups are going to be and how many points you need and who's better against this guy or that. And the match play, it's a different style. So I just love the Ryder Cup.
So good.
And it's also like when it's in Europe, you get to wake up at like 5 a.m. and watch golf.
Yes.
Which sucks, but it's also like that's what I'm doing that week.
Yeah. I'm debating between two golf ones right now for Aura.
The British Open?
The British and the U.S. Open is what I'm debating.
The British.
I would say British for aura.
The British
what I was thinking
has way more history.
For sure. But when I'm thinking about the U.S., and this factors into aura for me, is like, it's always like, and the British gets this too, so I'm going to go British, but it's always like, always framed as the players versus the course.
Yeah,
and
true.
I love how much, obviously every major tournament, the course is a huge conversation, but I love how much the course becomes a character.
Yeah,
build up to the U.S. Open. Now, in
it's
the
also
recent
like
years,
the scores
guys are
like
so good.
+2.
Right, yeah. So it kind of has been that, but I'm gonna go with the British Open. That's another one where you can wake up and watch it.
Called the Open Championship, so it's like a lot more to it. And the
Open
scoreboard is always navy.
And then it's the last one. It's always the last one in the season.
Yeah,
and, yeah.
Well, they're switching it around now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, and always the courses are like, this was built in 1804. This was in World War II and World War I.
Yes.
And it was actually a temporary bomb shelter.
Royal Break Day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. That one of, like, Tiger, like, walking down 18 on 2 years ago. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Open Championship.
All right, a lot of golf picks here. Yeah. I mean, golf is aura.
It's aura. It's all aura. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take, with my last pick, I have so many honorable mentions. Okay. I'm gonna take the Kentucky Derby.
Good one.
Yeah,
really good one.
The Kentucky Derby. It's not a long event, but it's something you always have on when it's on.
The build-up's unbelievable.
And everyone there with the hats. It's like the party thing. I would
always do the hats.
Always, always.
Yeah.
I always just pick number 7 because that's my number.
There you go.
But something about the Kentucky Derby, it's like high class. Like class. I picked Wimbledon, like Augusta, high class. Like the Kentucky Derby is up there.
It also always takes me by surprise. Where I'm like, oh my god,
so
Kentucky
fast.
Derby next
yeah,
weekend.
And
it's summertime.
And it's also like, I forgot Horses Race.
Horses Race.
I forgot that was even a thing. Mm-hmm. And then I watched it. I'm like, that was really fun.
That was so fun. Why don't I do this more?
And it's really fun when they actually like tie, and then there's controversy, and then you kind of get involved. Like, will there be a Triple Crown winner?
Right.
Like, this horse did steroids. This one got euthanized. Like, there's a lot of fun storylines. Yeah.
After the race. Crazy.
Yeah.
You might have to
help me out.
What
did I take from you, the Masters?
Yeah, but
okay, I'll give you one here.
Well, no, I have one, but okay. I'm saying it not because I like it. I'm saying it for respect.
Okay.
The Daytona 500.
Yeah, on my list.
Does that have the bricks or no?
I think that's the Indy 500.
Well, either way. The Daytona 500 is sick.
It does have aura.
I don't know.
There's definitely better ones.
Yeah, I know. I think
there's so many tough. It's kind of opinion.
I know for sure. List some of your
All right, ready?
legends.
I put the World Series there just because the World Series. There's been so many historic World Series. Army-Navy game.
That's a good one. I was gonna say the Michigan-Ohio State game.
Yeah, the Boston Marathon.
Good one.
Has aura. UNC versus Duke.
Always good.
Yeah, whatever stadium they're at. Yep. Liverpool versus Man U at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Final Four always has
Final
aura.
Four is cool because that's again always in the football stadiums.
Yep.
So that's sweet.
Yes. The hot dog eating contest. Aura.
Good one.
The Bean Pot.
Also good.
Aura.
Also electric.
Little League World Series.
Really good.
Aura. Those are fun. I fired that list together in 2 minutes. I don't know how. Good.
Sneaky, the College Baseball World Series gets fun every
also
4 years.
But never. Never gonna watch it.
No. But every now and then I'm like, oh, that's going on.
Also, Olympics.
Olympics when we have a good swimmer. Tough
Tough to watch.
Just
how about the World Baseball Classic? Not historically.
Not really aura
but this past one was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I don't know if I'm saying aura with that, but I'm saying it's.
I agree. No aura, but I think it could.
There's difference in great sporting event versus aura.
Yeah. This past one had aura though.
I agree.
USA in the semifinals were good.
And I think imagine USA plays Japan again in the finals. Yeah. All of a sudden there's aura.
Boston Marathon now will have aura forever.
Patriots Day.
Yeah. New York's Marathon.
No, it's Boston Marathon's game.
UNC versus Duke
that is
at
cool.
Cameron Indoor.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah. Coach K Arena.
So what's your this could tie into my question. What sport would you watch if you could only watch one for the rest of your life?
What sport would I watch if I could only watch one for the rest of my life? For me, it's between the NFL and college football.
Well, yeah. If you could just take football,
I'll take football.
Yeah,
I'll take football.
I had a feeling. I think a lot of people, especially in America, would answer football.
Yeah, it's not a bold take, but it's just the truth.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't. I get so worn out throughout the year. Mm-hmm. I didn't watch all of the past 3 weeks.
Nice.
I'll toss on Red Zone, but I'm not dialed into every game.
To be fair, it was in the beginning of the year, you were like, I'm watching every single second.
I do.
And for not even the beginning of the year.
The first 7 to 9 weeks, I'm dialed in.
Then you hit burnout. Then football
it's like a round of golf, like Brooks Koepka says. There's 18 weeks. I need to skip the middle ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I should watch it because I have a sports podcast.
Whatever. I'm in, and I've been like, I love. There's some like Saturday college football. Is just,
So you'd given up. I mean, you don't watch a lot of soccer, but you're into it.
I don't. Soccer's my 5th favorite sport to watch. So
okay, yeah.
More than baseball for sure. Give up basketball. I don't love watching basketball. Yeah. I love watching hockey. I've been watching since I've been home. Yeah. My dad always Bruins game every night.
Tonight.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and the Celtics shout out.
Yeah, big game.
Hooping. Actually, they're probably almost done playing the Thunder.
Really?
Started at 7:30.
Oh wow! I thought it was a later game.
No, 7:30. I'm taking golf. I can't give up the Masters. It's actually heroin to me. Fair. I actually can't.
Fair.
I would give up any other sporting event for the rest of my life. I'd give up all other golf tournaments if I could only watch the Masters.
Nice. Yeah.
Like if I could only watch one thing.
The Masters is so fun.
I just love it.
I love day one the most though.
Yeah, but coming up the turn,
cool.
But also maybe the day before is the best as well. The par 3. I didn't even mention that. Talk about Aura. Par 3.
Par 3.
Bringing back all the old champions and stuff.
So sick. The ceremonial tee off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need them to put that 19 mini movie back on the YouTube.
I know.
I might send an email to Masters
to YouTube.
At the Masters.
I just love them. Something about the Masters, dude.
The
dinner before.
They're so cool. And sometimes there's controversy with the dinner.
Staying in the cabins.
It's the best. There's
even, I mean, if you watch as early as I do, they have the drive, chip, and putt with the kids there the week before.
Yes.
Unreal.
I watched
tracking the amateurs.
I think it was it might have been Full Swing documentary. I don't know. There's one thing that went really in depth on all that, and I was like, let me just watch this.
I love
like the whole pomp and circumstance.
I love it. I love like
Rose Bowl has
the pimento cheese sandwiches. They have like all the golf shop stuff.
Yeah.
If you're in the golf world and you see someone wearing a Masters hat, you're like, did you fucking go to Augusta? And they're like, no, my uncle bought it for me.
Yeah.
But
my uncle went. Oh, that's also
no
sick.
Way. What year? 2018.
Yeah.
No way.
So cool. I love the first day because everyone's playing and there's hope for everybody.
Right.
Sometimes on Sunday I'm like, I hate that this guy's gonna win. You know what I mean?
No, but it's never that because it's always like if the villain win, like when Patrick Reed won and beat everyone, it was like what? But that was kind of before he was super villainy.
Yeah.
But even that was like,
I just love seeing. Reed. That's why I love.
There's always a storyline.
Maybe this is just me, like my sports viewing experience. Like I love the beginning of the World Cup more than the end. Like I just love watching all the teams play.
Yeah, it's like the beginning. Like drafting your fantasy football team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Same thing with March Madness. Like
that's what
sometimes the first four in is just as fun as the final four.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally. If you
I'm always at home watching the first weekend. But, like, I'll be at a restaurant or something not paying attention to the Final Four.
Totally.
Like, I remember I was at a restaurant with my family before I went to, like, a Providence Bruins game.
Nice.
When FAU hit that buzzer beater.
Yes.
I was like, what the heck? Like, why am I...
And you're in Rome, Italy for the beginning. And we
were
remarkably dialed in for the circumstance.
Yeah, we were.
In terms of going to a sporting event.
Right.
Is it the Masters above all else? Or is it, I don't need to go?
I've never been to a golf tournament. Yeah. But
I know you're not a huge I need to go.
No, I do want to go so badly, but the's no golf tournaments near here.
Oh yeah,
it's so expensive.
And the Masters obviously is insanely exclusive, but
yeah, if I could go anywhere, I'd go to the Masters, but I'd probably enjoy it more at home. Same with a football game. Right. Like I would
it's a long day.
To me, with the Super Bowl too, I was gonna say this. Mm-hmm. I thought about it. Like half the fans there are just football fans,
and if that.
But they're just celebrities. They're not actually fans of the team.
Yeah.
Like at the Rose Bowl, it's all Michigan.
That's why you get things like Duke UNC. It's
it's unreal. Yeah, that's with the World Cup. It's the World Cup's kind of the same.
I think
way.
there's totally an argument to be made that again, the product standpoint, championship weekend for NFL football is better than the Super Bowl.
Right. Same.
You have these insane atmospheres.
Same with
it's cold
championship
outdoors.
Yeah. Same with college football when you have
for sure.
People obviously travel, but Big Ten. I'm sure the Big Ten championship is the biggest.
Which now just does not exist, which is insane.
I know rivalry weekend's probably insane. Yeah. Honestly, we should have picked more rivalries.
Yeah.
Or more games where there's not.
Red River Showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red River Shootout's probably up there.
Yeah, probably up there. All right, well, good episode, dude.
Really good, long one.
51 all of a sudden.
Favorite athlete. I didn't think
Ryan Spooner.
I don't even know who that is.
I think he played for the Bruins in 2012.
I don't know if I can name a single person that wore 51.
Does Poitras wear 51?
Don't know who that is.
The new kid, the 18-year-old for the Bruins?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched the game all year.
Now gone because he's playing for the Canada.
Really?
Yeah, for the Mosala.
Ichiro?
What?
Suzuki?
What?
51?
Oh. Is he 51, huh? That'd be a bit... He has a weird number, for sure. Did he wear 51? Ichiro.
I don't know how I just pulled that out of my ass if it's true.
Wow.
51, huh?
Good pull.
Wow.
Good pull for Ichiro. How about that?
I used to love him.
Oh, he's the best.
I used to love just like little guys that would just do rant like.
Yeah.
Like Justin Bieber was my favorite. Like Rondo was my favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't care about these guys that like LeBron. Not for me.
Not for me.
I'd rather Rondo. Yeah, I'll take Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
10 and 10.
Yep. That's what I want. But crafty 10 and 10.
Yeah, that's why I like
gamer.
I used to love Chris Paul, and then I was like, oh, this guy's kind of a douchebag and can't win a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a highlight of Chris Paul in a full Clippers. It was like a game.
Yeah.
It was Chris Paul in a full Clippers jersey guarding like Hakeem Olajuwon.
On the Rockets?
Yeah, in a full Rockets jersey.
Or on the Raptors?
No, Rockets jersey. And he like did his little dream shake, and there was like there was like Jared Sullinger there. No. There was Jared Sullinger in a Celtics jersey there. There was like it was the NBA. I was like, what am I watching?
Is it a real clip?
It was a real clip.
Real people.
It was like the NBA Africa game in like 2010.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul was there.
Okay, yeah. 2010. Hakeem Olajuwon was not in the league in 2010.
Nope, but he was playing in a full jersey.
Well, you got to get someone.
You know, he looked older, and I guess he's African, so I don't guess he's
Chris Paul.
African. But yeah, I was just like, they just made the rounds. I'll show it to you. I was like, what? This is breaking my brain. This is breaking my brain.
And Jared Sullinger was playing for Africa?
I don't know. He might have been playing for team. I don't know how they did it, but he was like there, and I was in a.
He's not Team USA.
I don't know.
In 2010.
No, right. Oh, I don't know. Maybe no, but that's what I'm saying. It was his level of player as well. So I was like, what is going on?
Well, I mean, I could see him being Team Africa.
Yeah, I guess.
Players,
I know.
but...
Now that I have a compelling team. But,
dude, we could talk about sports for a while because the Suns are just.
Yeah. What is going on?
You want to talk about the Suns are
imploding.
The next nuts. Next nuts.
Which again, cash in. We said that when it happened.
We said it. We got to start cashing.
We said it.
We got to start posting these.
We also
took the Suns under.
Yeah.
I also would like to say I took the Pistons team total under. So.
Hell yeah.
They have
I'd like to say that I took the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl in the beginning of October.
Okay, both number one seeds.
And the only reason I did that was because both of their colors are in the Super Bowl logo, and that's been how it's been for the last 5 years.
True, you did talk about that.
And you were like, shut up, idiot. And I was like, well, maybe.
I think that's when the Packers were still playing good.
And you're like, dude.
I was like,
they're going through Green Bay.
Remember when they were in my MVP quarterback or Super Bowl list?
Yes. One of the two.
You know what we can do next week as well? Go back on our predictions.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Predictions and
we got to start. Under.
Yeah, all right, let's stop.
Hey, everybody.
See you guys later.
Have a great week.
We're going skiing, so if one of us dies, you won't see one of us forever again.
Would you do the podcast still if I died? That would be hilarious.
Not if you died. Imagine. I don't know. If you died.
Hey, guys.
Matt's
here. In spirit.
Yeah, I don't know. If you were like really hurt, I would.
Okay. Yeah. Well, someone's got to do it.
But if you died, I don't know.
Just keep it going. Just
because then I'd have to edit it.
Well, that's true. Everyone gets on. Where's Matt?
Dead. If I died, would you? Then if you died, I'd have to.
Expedite. All right.
That's enough.
20 minutes.
Yep.